cost 5 cents worth of plastic to manufacture, but sell for $50 a piece. Yeah, I think you break off the handle on your
break a little clip to your sunglass thing up here, and you want $60 for it.
So the product manufacturers collectively losing themselves right now, or what?
what's it?
Product manufacturers collectively losing themselves right now, or what?
I think so.
You think so?
Well, I think it's one of those things that's a double-edged sword. On the one hand, like what they were saying, there's the possibility that if these things come down in price and up in accuracy enough, accuracy of physical accuracy becomes an issue. But at the same time, their cost of manufacture goes down because if they make a hot item that everybody wants, like the Kanye glasses or something like that.
They don't have to sell you a full.
They don't have to. Yeah, they don't have to pay for the manufacturing. Right. They don't have to go to China and say, "Here's our design files made."
Well, once they
it's a long way from being mainstream.
Yeah.
How many people in this room have a 3D printer?
But the thing is, I think it's at that bordering past infancy point now, where I think the Printerbot's big thing was that it was like $500, right?
It was $500, but I thought the biggest thing about it was they cut down on a lot of the pieces that you needed, and it was like super easy to put together.
Right, like it was the price point and the simplicity of the construction. I mean, you look at these two and see that they've got a million fasteners holding them together, whereas the Printerbot mostly slides and screws together.
Yeah. Well, I got a few of them out there.
Well, which one do you think costs more though?
I know off the top of my head, but
Well, the MakerBot actually costs more than honestly. The MakerBot costs $1,000 just for the parts, $2,000 for a fully assembled. The Huxley, they only sold as parts, and I got that for about $500. But then you have to understand, the Huxley's not working right now. So, yeah.
I'm assuming working condition, but what is so complicated about this one that the other one is?
Nothing.
It's more manufactured.
yeah, it's more of a design finished product that's sold by a company that works at a profit, whereas most anybody that's involved, for the most part, with prep wrap community, is doing it more as a disruptive technology.
Think about it this way: Windows and Linux.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
But the thing is, there's not really like a big difference between the two. They both have pretty much the same electronics, the same end stops, the same.
The heart of what makes them work is the same.
Yeah.
It's just one's made of wood by a company, and one's made of plastic and metal by engineers.
So
Well, this one was made by somebody else.
It was designed by another company, but I made it. Yeah.
So you see the wood frame and everything was all CNC'd out before Black got it, but it was his to put together, test, and make
Assemble, tweak, and all that.
right.
Basically, they didn't have enough manufacturing capability to make all the printers that they wanted to sell. So they basically just sold it in cases that did it.
So if that's the Windows and that's the Linux, what's going to make Mac 3D printers?
They already got
That's
that.
what
No,
money
they already got that.
Did they?
Yeah, I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, so I went over teleportation, gun ownership, and duplication. Duplication, basically the idea of scanning something and then printing another one of it. Imagine you have something that's like very important that your mom made a long time ago, maybe something you had play. Instead of having like the object that your mom made, you could just make a 3D model of that and use that for whatever. So it's a way of protecting old objects, old antiques and things that you don't want to break. Prototyping is another concept that this really allows you to get into. And another thing with duplication, like maybe you wanted to play a prank or something. You could just basically copy something and then paste it a million times until you have like this whole army of, whatever you're trying to make. And then also distributed mass print. That's basically the concept that we were talking about with having a manufacturer that makes a design like the Kanye glasses and then just sends the design out for print. Just think about all of the plastic pieces and all the toys and things that we manufacture in China because it's so cheap and plastic is so easy to work with over there. Instead of all manufacturing going to China,
Download toys from Thingiverse and print them out.
yeah, that's basically what we're looking at right now. It's just this mass distributed printing. So instead of having one central location in China that only makes a certain toy, you can instead have a bunch of different. You can have all of your end users in America just download your model to their printer and print it out. So you don't have to worry about manufacturing at all if you're a manufacturer. And then the last idea that I think is pretty big is the concept of a singularity. And I got a book that I read a long time ago called What Technology Wants. I've been trying to push this out to a bunch of people here in Jaxhax, but I guess someone else switched it up. Yeah, it's yeah. But the concept of the singularity is basically the idea that there's going to be so much technology that's going to come out that we're going to need technology to understand the technology that's coming out. It's basically the idea of like a quantum shift in everything that we've come to understand and know. They've even been talking about printing out like pharmaceutical drugs and like also recreational drugs with 3D printers in the future, because you can print out individual chemicals and then assemble them. Just think about what this is going to do if everyone has a 3D printer and you have so much technology you can just print out. Let me just go on to the next slide.
Might actually be able to start manufacturing wood.
So right now, we've got PLA, PDA, and ADS plastic that we're able to print with.
What are the advantages or differences between each of those?
Well, that's a good question. PLA is polylactic acid. It's a plastic that's made from cornstarch. So it's biodegradable. It's made from corn. And the coolest thing about it is when you're printing with it, it smells like sweet incense. So it's like your printer is baking plastic goods for you. I like it a lot. And then there's PDA, which is basically a